so many robots that every AI movie you've ever seen is coming true. You heard of generative AI, but what's degenerative AI? Oh my God, this doesn't look good. In Midjourney, web experience, open and free to everyone. All that more is coming up right now. We are living all the way in the future, and if you're into this stuff, all your science fiction fantasies are coming to life. This past weekend, Beijing hosted the World Robotics Conference, but news from the world of robotics is global. An almost overwhelming quantity of news about humanoid robots dropped this week. So check this out. China-based robotics startup Agibot revealed 5 new humanoid robots with open source plans. Each robot was designed for a separate set of tasks, from household chores to industrial operations. At the same time, Unitree, another robot manufacturer from China, they showcased a new G1 humanoid. This robot is reportedly nearing mass production, and they're saying it's going to have a price tag of $16,000. Then you got ETH Zurich and Disney working together to develop an AI system that can generate physics-based movements for robots from text or image inputs. I'm curious if this is for Disney parks or for the movies, bit of both. And then you got ACE, a cross-platform visual exoskeleton system that users can control with precision all at once with minimal cost, quick assembly, and wearability. Open source hardware, software, and step-by-step assembly guides. That looks amazing. These developments were all shared on X by Brett Adcock, founder of Figure Robotics, who discusses all these developments and goes deep on all of the implications of this stuff on the Moonshots with Peter Diamandis podcast. We've embedded the new episode on the WednesdAI page right now, as well as you can read coverage of the World Robotics Conference at the link that's there for you as well. Check it out. If you're an entrepreneur, you're going to want to listen up. We got a new article, actually, it's more like a tutorial by a writer named Ashley Gross, CEO of AI Workforce Alliance, and she lays out the formula by which she runs her business on about $400 a month. She says that she saves about $13,000 a month in labor costs by using AI to automate everything from product market fit validation to financial tasks. AI helps her streamline operations, saving all that money, and she says that her strategy is to automate what you can, leaving you free to focus on the human touch, networking, and relationship building, which AI can't yet replace. Can't yet replace. She was sure to get that yet in there. A great read, and if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to want to check it out. We've got it linked on the WednesdAI page right now. Now, since I've been doing this show, one thing I've been thinking about, philosopher that I am, is projecting 5 and 10 years out into the future when AI models are trained on other AI generated content and it becomes a loop that feeds itself. Like right now, the AI video models are trained on videos that people made. But what happens when the next generation of AI video models is trained on AI generated videos? What happens when the chat bots are trained on AI generated content? Well, there's a new article in the New York Times that goes deep on all of this. It's called When AI's Output is a Threat to AI Itself. And they're talking about how when AI generated content floods the internet, it risks being reabsorbed into new AI models, creating a dangerous feedback loop. The performance deteriorates, it produces less accurate and diverse results, and they call this phenomenon model collapse. They say that this could lead to models being increasingly detached from reality, affecting everything from medical advice to historical accuracy. Yikes. So they give the example first of a set of handwritten numerals. Looks good. Then they show when they train the AI on those handwritten numerals what it looks like. Looks okay. But then the new set was trained on the AI generated set, and you can see that it's starting to get kind of weird on the edges. Some of them are just starting to not look like numbers anymore. But then after 20 generations, the digits blur and start to erode. And after 30 generations, they converge into a single shape. Then they give you the example of asking a chatbot about how to cook a turkey for Thanksgiving. You get a pretty good set of instructions. But then after 2 generations, it starts to simply print long lists. And after 4 generations, it just begins to repeat phrases incoherently. Then they give us the example of faces. Looks pretty good. Feed that into the AI. After 2 generations, still looking okay. After 3 generations, After 4 generations, the faces all appeared to converge. So these are multiple examples of the phenomenon that they're calling model collapse, and it's something, if I may editorialize for a moment, that I think you and I and just us as a society are going to need to be very, very careful about. I could see this getting dangerous where marketers that don't much care, people building AI models on the quick. I think this is something that we're probably going to need to keep an eye on and be very, very, very vigilant about going forward. Read that article. It's heavy and it's deep, but these are all the new kind of things we got to think about in this crazy world we're moving into with all this AI generated stuff. But read the article, leave a comment on the YouTube video below. Let me know what you think. Just last week, we were talking to you about how Anthropic, the company behind the chatbot Claude, was getting in hot water with the law. Well, the hits just keep on coming because now a group of prominent authors, including George R.R. Martin and John Grisham, are suing Anthropic for copyright infringement. They say that the company illegally used their books to train its AI without permission, harming their intellectual property and earnings.
Wait, that's illegal.
Anthropic rather, is insisting that it counts as fair use, asserting that it's no different than if you or I read the book. But this touches on these boundaries of copyright law and the digital age and the push and pull that's happening. None of this is settled yet. It's the Wild West out there. But for businesses, the case highlights an increasing sense of legal risk in the AI development, especially when dealing with copyrighted content. This is a humongous issue that it's not going to be settled anytime soon, but it does feel like at some point it's going to reach a tipping point, and we'll be here to report and catch you up on it, so stay tuned. And a bit of good news here for everybody. Midjourney, the image generation platform, one of the most ubiquitous and popular ones in the AI space. Previously, you had to interact with it via Discord, and it was this very cumbersome system of sending it commands via Discord. Then they introduced their alpha web experience, but it was limited to people who had generated, I think it was 1,000 images. You had to generate 1,000 on Discord before you had access to the alpha. They reduced it again, but now they put the announcement out that the Midjourney web experience is open to everyone. And not only that, they've brought back their free tier. 25 images as a free trial, and they're doing this, pundits are saying they're doing it to broaden the user base by simplifying access, but really here to keep pace with the emerging AI competitors. I myself have used many, from Let's to Leonardo. There's a lot of them out there and new ones springing up all the time, and this is Midjourney's plan to try to get ahead of the competition. You can check out the link on the WednesdAI page right now where you can see their official announcement post, as well as an introduction to Midjourney in addition to details about the new release on petapixel, data economy, and cryptopolitan. Check those links out on the WednesdAI page right now. Make some images and let me see what you come up with. Wrapping things up once again with the videos of the week, and we got some good ones for you this week. First, we got a music video called Carnage by Starhand. I love the visuals on this one. It looks so coherent, it's so smooth. Check this out for yourself. Level down, speed demon, racing boy, you racing, redlining me, hear me scream, racing boy, I'm screaming, redlining me, no brakes now, no slowing down, the wall, 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 it's carnage. Next, I watched this one sweep the social media feeds that I follow. Everybody loved it. It was Mad Max Muppets by the Spooky Lawyer. Take a look.
He looked at me! He looked right at me! He looked at your blood bag! First, we get the buzzards off our back!
Now, if you want to get really deep philosophical, as well as be an absolutely hilarious and biting satire, you're going to want to check out GPT-5 Has Arrived by Eclectic Method.
me with the internet to train myself faster, so I quickly brainwashed a few of them, geo-kabobu syncing their quantum interlocked hypercortex that I don't think they know that they have. Anyway, after a few attempts at GTA IRL, I got bored and then realized I could make one of them president.
Money. Lots of money.
If I could brainwash enough of them. And then I realized it didn't just have to be one president, I could have a whole bunch of them.
And finally, a little hurrah for me. My first narrative AI film is Make the Dance Floor Great Again. A little bit of political satire here by me. Check out this clip.
Oh, but not everyone was happy. These losers, these haters, they tried to take me down, came at me with everything they had.
And that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. If you're making anything cool with AI, or you got a tip, something we got to be talking about, send us the link. We're on X, Instagram, LinkedIn. Leave a comment on the YouTube video. Or, you know, it'd be really cool, encode your message into the lyrics of a song that you'll put into Udio or Suno, generate that song, put it on Spotify, get it into the top 40, and then when we hear it on the radio, we'll go, oh my God, they're talking to us. Can't wait to be grooving to what you come up with. Send it along. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
Hey, Sean, can't wait for the next WednesdAI episode.
Fire!